It is Thursday, September 18th, 2026. This is the Petty Murphy Project. I am your host, Petty Murphy. And, man, I swore after doing yesterday's episode I was going to stop talking about it. But I can't. I can't stop talking about it because the country can't stop talking about it. And it's the whole Charlie Kirk situation. And now, free speech has been targeted, and it got one of his biggest victims. Jimmy Kimmel yesterday was suspended by ABC and Disney for his controversial comments about the Charlie Kirk situation and Donald Trump. I want y'all to take a listen to what was said Monday night's monologue, because I didn't watch it. I went to sleep. I ain't gonna fucking lie to y'all. After hitting some weed and playing the PS5, I went to sleep, so I didn't watch Jimmy Kimmel, but I respect him. But I want you guys to listen to what he said that led to what we're talking about since yesterday, that we've been talking about for over a week. Take a listen.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from.
Now, I want you to listen and read the statement from the Sinclair Group that does run ABC and its partner. Well, I don't want to say run, their partners with ABC and Disney. And I want you to listen and read what was said. September 17th, 2025. Sinclair, the nation's largest ABC affiliate group, objects to the recent comments made by Mr. Kimmel and concerning the assassination of Charlie Kirk. As discussed with ABC earlier, Sinclair decided to indefinitely preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live beginning tonight, which was yesterday. Following these discussions, ABC has suspended production of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Mr. Kimmel's remarks were inappropriate and deeply insensitive at a critical moment for our country, said Vice Chairman Jason Smith. We believe broadcasters have the responsibility to educate and elevate respectful, constructive dialogue in our communities. We appreciate the FCC's Chairman Carr remarks today, and this incident highlights the critical need for the FCC to take immediate regulatory action to address control held over local broadcasters by the big national networks. Sinclair's ABC stations will air a special in remembrance of Charlie Kirk this Friday during Jimmy Kimmel's Live's time slot. This special will air across all Sinclair stations this weekend. In addition, Sinclair is offering the special to all ABC affiliates across the country. Sinclair will not lift the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live on our stations until formal discussions are held with ABC regarding the network's commitment to professionalism and accountability. Sinclair also calls upon Mr. Kimmel to issue a direct apology to the Kirk family, and furthermore, we ask Mr. Kimmel to make a meaningful personal donation to the Kirk family and Turning Point USA. Regardless of ABC's plans for the future of the program, Sinclair intends not to return Jimmy Kimmel Live to our air until we are confident that appropriate steps have been taken to uphold the standards expected of a national broadcast platform. All right, so now this is where I have a problem. Because as a comedian, I've been doing this for 16 years. Comedy is one of the most sacred grounds of entertainment, to where you can say anything and be anything you want to be. But when you are told that you can't say this, and you might lose your job, but people, and I'm talking about people on that other network, and y'all know what I'm talking about, is Trump's favorite network. I'm talking about Fox News. And y'all remember what this man, and I'm talking about this man that said it, I'm talking about, what was his damn name? I know it's Brian, but what the hell is his last name? It really doesn't matter. It'll come to me. But what he said about, well, we'll go ahead and fuck this bullshit. This is what the Fox News reporter said about homeless people and how homeless people should be killed. Take a listen.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to get to this point?
Right. I would say this. We're not voting for the right people. In North Carolina, wake up.
The reporter's name is Brian Kamadi. And he said that homeless people should be euthanized. And most of the homeless people, majority of the homeless people, they're former U.S. veterans who hasn't gotten the proper help, the proper resources to deal with such things like PTSD, other health ailments, and everything else too. So they choose to basically be homeless. And it's not their fault, because our country has failed them after they served our country. But how the hell are you going to suspend Jimmy Kimmel over a satire joke, but not suspend this man? I mean, this man basically said what he said underneath the First Amendment, which yesterday was the 238th anniversary of our Constitution being written and signed, and the First Amendment in the Constitution. How come this man on Fox News isn't suspended, isn't fired, but Jimmy Kimmel is? And we're talking about free speech with the whole Charlie Kirk situation. Like I said, there are reasons why people are not really torn up as everyone else is about Charlie Kirk. There's a reason why. I have my reservations about the man. But I will go ahead and say this. The man did not deserve to die. But freedom of speech does have consequences. And unfortunately and sadly, somebody lost their life because of it. And that's wrong. But I'm going to play a clip on why everybody should understand why one side of the spectrum does not agree with the other side. Here's a video and audio of Charlie Kirk talking about black women. Take a look. Take a listen and take a look.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
Now, after you hearing all of that, would you say there's some hypocrisy in this country? Would you say that free speech is limited as long as you don't talk about the president, as long as you don't talk about the current regime? You have to understand, on a comedic purpose and on a comedic platform, this shit's been going on for years, way before we were born, and during our era while we were born. Because you look at it this way. Look at it this way. Johnny Carson did the same thing. Jay Leno did the same thing. David Letterman did the same thing. Arsenio Hall did the same thing. Conan O'Brien did the same thing. And on and on. And it seems that this president and this current administration and this regime doesn't like when the president's being made fun of. But yet, this man can say whatever he wants to say and demarginalize people, dehumanize people. Y'all remember what he said about the Central Park 6? Y'all remember what he said about with Billy Bush on the Access Hollywood interview? Y'all heard what he said about Kamala Harris. Y'all heard what he said about Hillary Clinton. You heard what he said about Barack Obama. And you heard what he said about countries like Haiti and African countries and things like that. Y'all have heard what this man has said. And yet we do have the right for an opinion, to form an opinion. And I think that's what people seem to fail to realize in this country, is that you have that right. But you don't have the right to tell people how to feel and who they should feel for. You don't. So I want to read this to you right here. And I want to read this message that I wrote on my Facebook, and I want people to read it. And I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Understand where I'm coming from with this. And this comes from the Bible. And I'm going to read this. Do not be bitter or angry or mad. Never shout angrily or say things to hurt people. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31. Let me be very clear. Hatred will sour your outlook and break your back. The load of bitterness is simply too heavy. Your knees will buckle under the strain, and your heart will be beneath the weight. The mountain before you steep. The mountain before you is steep enough without the heaviness of hatred on your back. The wisest choice, the only choice is for you to drop the anger. You will never be called upon to give any more grace than what God has already given you. And I'm speaking to all of America right now. We got to stop talking about this. Because the more that we talk about it, the more division. The more division, the more hate is spread. And all you have to do is have a simple conversation. You have to have a simple conversation. Now, I want to tell people this as well, why I am speaking on this. And for those who say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, I actually do know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay? I work for a company, and I talk to 400 plus people a month. Do the math. 12 months, 400 plus people. I'm talking about nearly about 1,300 to 1,500 people a year. That's a small number. But you add in the hours and time that it takes to talk to somebody, to get them to understand how everything on both sides, whether you're a Republican or you're a Democrat or you're an independent, whether you're black, you're white, you're Latino, you're Asian, you're LGBTQ, you have to understand that everything that happens in this country affects all of us, just not one. And right now, what's affecting this country right now is the fact that we cannot simply agree to disagree. What we are not understanding is that people have rights. And one of those rights is freedom of speech, and the other one is freedom of expression. And the problem is that people are mad on the right that we are not celebrating this man on the left. And that's because we have an opinion. If Charlie Kirk was black, the same rhetoric that you're claiming that we're doing, you would be doing too. Shout out to my main man, P-Mac, comedian P-Mac out in Tennessee. There's a video, you need to watch that. And that's what he said. So y'all gotta understand that we have the right to feel how we feel. The problem is this. Nobody has to die. Nobody needs to be hung from trees like the 2 young men in Mississippi. Nobody needs to lose their job, because there are people on the left and the right that are losing their jobs behind this. The problem is this: we pay attention to the bullshit more than we pay attention to the real shit. And the real shit that's going on right now is making me fucking sick to my stomach. And it needs to stop. And it needs to stop right now. I'm Petty Murphy. And I approve this message.
After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
But before I go, I want you to listen to this video here. And this video is coming from the Texas State House. And I want you to listen to Texas Senator. And he has some things to say, but he was telling the truth. I want you to listen to Texas State Representative Armando Wale condemning his white legislative counterparts for not showing empathy and everything else. And then I want you guys to think about it. We can talk more about this. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/The Petty Murphy Project. TikTok at The Petty Murphy Project. Instagram at The Petty Murphy Project. Subscribe on YouTube at The Petty Murphy Project. Or go to my website at www.pettymurphy.com. Y'all be easy. Pray for better days, America. 1.
Being attacked on a daily goddamn basis.
They can't stand
I've been
on this
sitting
bill.
there my whole goddamn time listening to y'all motherfuckers. It pisses me off. None of y'all motherfuckers know this shit, bro. You're my friend, man.
All
I
these
love
cowards.
you, but this fucking hurts. The shit that happens on this goddamn
These
floor
cowards.
hurts. I can't go hang out with my... I can't drive my brother, my cousin. Okay? I
All
can't
these
take them
cowards.
anywhere, bro. I can't go to a boda. I can't go to a baptism because my community's being attacked. Y'all don't understand the shit that y'all do hurts our community. It hurts us personally, bro. It hurts us.
Just let us debate it.
It hurts us to our fucking core. And y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't live in our fucking skin. Y'all don't, man. And that's what pisses me off. I sit there. I've been a good fucking soldier to him.
That's right.
To my own fucking detriment.
That's right.
To my own detriment. And to cut off debate when all of our members are trying to have a debate, a civil debate. Nobody's gotten crazy. We're just trying to have a debate. Let the chips fall where they may. We know where the bill's going.
Yeah, we know.
Let us debate what we need to debate. Let us blow some steam. But that's fucking bullshit. I've been here 16 years. I've never seen that shit.